you know what, guys? I
Let me
I guess we've
just
been running.
interrupt
Can I
here for
just
a second.
Well, I haven't
Clear
gotten
vent.
to be honest, a
Clear
clear
vent.
answer on this because
Just clear
I
vent for a
think
minute. Please. We're going to go ahead and call the raid. If you're not interested in this conversation, you do not have to stay in it, guys, and I don't blame you if you don't want to. As far as the cash flow in the guild bank goes, we have never paid an awful lot of attention to it, but if you watch where the thousands of gold that continue to stack up in there go, it is primarily due to the efforts of Al. And every single person in this raid has had the benefit of the flask for quite some time. It's pretty, actually, foolish to say that 500 to 600 gold has to be going in there after every single time. I personally would come after 2 weeks of reimbursing people for respecs. I would personally come to the guild bank and take out 300 or 400 gold back before the dual specs, because it would stack up over time and I wouldn't get there. But questioning Al or Angel or myself when it comes to guild bank money or materials is ridiculous, because you're going to find out that none of us care enough about those materials for anything other than maybe the occasional food for alts, and the orbs have been the only issue lately. All of our mats from the 10 mans, all of them go into that guild bank. They always have. The other 10-man raid groups have never actually done it until I've called them on it. Again, that's because we don't care about that stuff. We only care about the raid, the 25-man raid. The 10-man raids, which seems to be what's really pissing everybody off, just blows my mind that we have to listen to this baby-ass stuff again about the #1 raid group being the elite clicky group, because that's not the case. That's a group of friends that have been running together for a very long time with a 30 or 40% change out every single week since Old Aura started. So we are bringing people in and changing them out. And I just can't understand that a group full of grown-ups would leave a guild over a 10-man group, or sit there and monitor the guild bank to worry about flasks, when there's so many more things that go into the guild bank accounting than just the flasks. And Al's been doing an awful lot of time and effort every single week for that stuff to go on. So if you can't at least appreciate what he's doing, complaining about it is ridiculous.
well, if you look at it from a substance point of view, I'm just simply talking about that, you know, if you're going to run a guild, at least have some solid bookkeeping in this case. Now,
We're
number
never going to
two,
bookkeep because we don't care about it, Art. We just don't, and we're not going to keep book.
All right,
you're
let me
going
say,
to say
I
your
have
money
run.
mixes with the guild bank?
No, I've run with these guys for a long time, and I trust them. That's the thing. I know you're fairly new, but I have never worried about the money or where it's going. I don't think I've never seen them abuse it, or I don't see them. I know they farm whatever they need. It's just a trust issue here,
I
and
think if
I
Al
just want
would
to
have
say
been taking anything, he would have had a chopper right now. His ass would have been running in one, and that's not the case.
Well, again, I was just talking about because with numbers and everything, because again, I'm a numbers guy. When I see odd things, it just sends off mental alarms. Now, the second thing I
I
was
mean,
wondering about was why did the Rune Orb rules change right after what's her face? Put a question about him, because at the time when Guai asked about him, he was 50 DKP under with the first come first served system. Now, after that happened, soon after he put that in, came in the max DKP system where the person with the most DKP could easily take the orbs. That apparently overrode the first come first served system.
Hey, I change loot rules every week depending on the complaint or the issue that week. And it's not because of any other concern other than I want the loot to be fair. The basic thing with the orbs is I couldn't get, we talked about it for about 2 weeks. What do we do with these orbs and how are we going to deliver them? In the old days, we used to have the mats sit in there for a very long time, and we would just give them to whoever showed up because we weren't running out of them. Obviously, that changed in a hurry with the frozen orbs. We were running out of them, and we couldn't keep people in because a lot of best in slot items are being crafted. So, okay, fine. Then it becomes a DKP issue. Does that mean that we screwed Guai? No, it does not. It just means that we ran out of the materials. It's no different than how the Abyss crystals have always been, whether you needed 4 or 20. If they were there, we gave them to you, but when we started running out, then we had to dole them out. For whatever reason, that's the way it goes. It's not about screwing over raid members. And again, anyone who's run with us for any amount of time knows this about us.
Either way, that's what happened. Guai put in a request for the orbs with the first come first serve system, and then the rules are changed right after Anne puts in a request for orbs when she has more DKP. It seems a little suspicious if I'm thinking about that. But either way, it's just my method of thinking. But
and I'm
good luck,
waiting
guys.
in line.
So have fun in the future, and good luck on your raid.
All right, see you, Hard.
Later.
Yeah,
Later.